And why do you think the people should support Martin Medeiros or Liberal Party in your riding?
Well, I think, first of all, Brampton Centre needs a voice and a strong advocate. Especially right now, we have all 5 MPPs from the same party.
And what about the other parties? Do you think they are giving you a tough time, or it's a pretty straightforward for your side?
If you really want change and you want to oppose Doug Ford, it's been interesting. Doug Ford has called this campaign, and he spent probably more time traveling to the United States than actually speaking to us voters and speaking to Bramptonians. We got to be realistic that to call an election during a winter, during a time where it's been tough at the doors, because first the conditions haven't been great with the snow. We've had several snowstorms.
ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਤੋਂ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨੇ ਮਾਰਟਿਨ ਮੈਡੇਰੋ। ਸੋ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਰੀਜਨਲ ਕੌਂਸਲ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵੀ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਨਿਭਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਕਲੀ ਸਿਟੀ ਸਿਆਸਤ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਉਹ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਿੰਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਬਣਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਆ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅਪੀਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਮਾਰਟਿਨ ਜੀ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਹਰਜਿੰਦਰ ਗਿੱਲ ਸ਼ੋ।
Thank you very much. I really appreciate to be on here. It's always great to be on here with you.
Right. So Martin, I just wanted to have your comments on the advance polling.
Well, I think it's important people get out. I understand that it's the winter. It's not snowing today. It doesn't look like it will be snowing till Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So people have the opportunity to certainly go vote in Brampton Centre. You have Century Gardens, you have Earnscliffe, or you have Greenbrier. And I encourage everyone to go vote and do their democratic duty.
Right. And can we have the boundaries of your riding?
Yeah, Brampton Centre will go essentially from Steeles to 𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀, and then up Williams Parkway to Torbram. So that would include, if people are more familiar with Steeles, along Kennedy Road to 𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀, and then after it comes up to the 410. So it's a little bit of a square, but essentially Torbram, Steeles, and Main Street to 𝗶𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀.
Right. And why do you think the people should support Martin Medeiros or Liberal Party in your riding?
Well, I think, first of all, Brampton Centre needs a voice and a strong advocate. Especially right now, we have all 5 MPPs from the same party, and we need someone who's going to be there and put the government to task. And certainly, if we can form government, then we'll address the issues that we've been waiting for the last 7 years. I think people know me by now as a councillor. I'm outspoken. I will continue to fight, and I will always be open and available to meet with people.
Right. And what about the other parties? Do you think they are giving you a tough time, or it's a pretty straightforward for your side?
I think it's pretty straightforward. It's between myself, or if you support the Doug Ford government, if you want to send a message, I think we can't divide the vote. So if you're thinking, I think in Brampton Centre, I'm the best choice. The Ontario Liberal Party, Team Bonnie, is the best choice. If you really want change and you want to oppose Doug Ford. It's been interesting. Doug Ford has called this campaign, and he spent probably more time traveling to the United States than actually speaking to us voters and speaking to Bramptonians. And, that's unacceptable. So we need a premier who's going to be here, people focusing on issues that matter in Brampton. Right now, I think it's appalling, if people should think about it, that, government that calls an election and they spend more time speaking to media in the United States than speaking to media here in Canada. It's almost a joke of the election. So I think we need to send a strong message, and I hope the residents of Brampton send a strong message that you waste money during an election, and it's not right that you don't take care, especially of Brampton. Brampton deserves the respect, and we're not just good to come and make announcements and come to parties. We need, help for healthcare. We need a better quality of life here in the city of Brampton.
Right. So, friends, this is Martin Medeiros, MPP candidate from Brampton Centre from Liberal Party. So, Martin, any comments on leaders' debate?
Well, I think the leaders' debate, it's a tough format when you have 4 people. I think, certainly, Bonnie Crombie did an excellent job. I think there should have been more discussion around Greenbelt. because that, only there was a very brief discussion, but the format didn't allow it. We have to understand, has anyone asked the Premier or have we asked our local PCs, what will happen if the Greenbelt scandal comes and there's people who are going to be charged? If the Premier is charged, who will come after him? What's going to happen? Will he resign? If someone gets charged in his government in a year, because that's when this election should have taken place. And, you can say what you want. They were smart to try to call an election earlier. But if someone gets charged, will he step down? If someone in his party gets charged, what will happen after? So I think those are questions that people have to ask and understand. And unfortunately, at the leaders' debate, we never talked about Greenbelt scandal. He never talked about how he's going to invest in healthcare. Every other question was a deflection. And certainly, what he's talking about, what he's going to do. Just today, we found out that he's been spending money buying ads in the United States on Fox News of all channels. And then he's refusing to tell taxpayers how much they've spent there. So imagine what he'll do with 4 years with us giving him carte blanche on money. Imagine what he'll do with that money and how much will be spent. Instead of spent right here in Brampton where we need support, it'll be spent in the United States with his lobbyist firms and through his contacts. It will be more of the same with Doug Ford.
Right. So, Martin, last but not the least, there are some impressions, or I'm afraid that in terms of the vote turnout, I'm afraid that this time it could be less than the previous time. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I imagine, listen, we got to be realistic that to call an election during a winter, during a time where it's been tough at the doors, because first the conditions haven't been great with the snow. We've had several snowstorms. We haven't had people engage in debates. All the PC candidates were told not to enter into debates. People don't know there's election. Times are tough. People are struggling. So, naturally, but, certainly for everyone listening who wants to oppose Doug Ford, send him a signal. The best thing you can do is show up, vote, and that will send a big message. Regardless of what the outcome will be, the fact that you come out and vote and send a signal, I think that's important for them to know. This is everything that we stand for when we talk about engagement, that people have to be more involved. They've done everything against it. So, it really, not only is it a sad time when they try to do that, where they try to make sure less people vote, because that's what this election has been. He hasn't been available to media. Imagine a premier who calls an election, does not have the courage or does not have the respect for you to be on TV every day, talking about what his platforms are, saying what they're going to do. We don't even know how much money it's going to be cost. He said that he needed a mandate for what? How much money does he plan on spending in the United States? Has anyone ever answered that? So he doesn't believe we need to deserve to know. He doesn't believe that we as Brampton taxpayers should know what he plans on spending when it comes to Ontario's support for tariffs. We don't know anything. But meanwhile, hospital care gets worse. Meanwhile, auto insurance is still expensive. People don't feel safe. And we're in this, and imagine 4 years of this. So people, what I'm really asking is people go out. It's difficult, I understand. Go out and vote today.
Right. So, Martin, your campaign office details in case anybody wants any support or anybody wanted to join you.
Yeah, 134 Kennedy Road. That is 134 Kennedy Road. And certainly they can go to the office. And right now we got 2-3 days of advanced polling for anyone who wants to support. But speak to your neighbor, speak to your friend, or you can write me at Medeiros for Brampton Center at gmail.com, or just go to my social media and contact us. But please share with your neighbors, your friends, get out and vote, and let's send a message that Brampton can't be taken advantage of as we have been.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Martin, and all the very best.
Thank you very much. Please go out and vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So this was Martin Medeiros, Brampton Centre Member Provincial Parliament from Brampton for Liberal Ontario Liberal. Thank you so much, Martin. Thank you. So दोस्तों प्रोग्राम हरजिंदर ਗਿੱਲ ਸ਼ੋ 1350 AM ਕੋਈ ਸੰਦੇਸ਼ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 𝗚 𝗠𝗲𝗀𝗶 𝗚𝗏 ਹੋਰੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ